For my weekend project, I'm heading down to Walmart and grabbing a storage cube. I'm going to lay it out and open it up. These cubes are so easy to do. They come with all the parts that you need. You just take them out. They got directions. You can put the dowels in, put all the pieces together. They're all labeled, so you don't have to worry about which way they go. Also, it comes with the tool, the Allen wrench that you need to put all the screws in. Actually, it's really strong, but I think there's more I can do with this project. So I grabbed some scrap plywood and I cut it out to make it where it's just a perfect size. It does overhang the edges a little bit, but that's exactly what I'm looking for. Also in the back, I want to make sure it's flush. I'm going to use my brad nailer to hold the piece down to the storage cube. Then I'm going to go ahead and grab a pallet and I'm going to cut all the pieces up. I'm going to run my saw right next to the nails, not over the nails, to cut one side. And then I'm going to go down the middle and cut it. I'm going to do this on both sides to get all the little slats that I can from this pallet. Once I get them all collected, it's time to cut the ends because I used the skill saw and I need 90-degree ends. So I'm going to use my saw, my miter saw, to get it cut. I'm also going to cut all of these pieces up into random lengths. I don't want any of the sizes to be the same. Then I'm going to go ahead and start staining. I did choose 3 different colors to stain, plus some of them I didn't stain at all. I don't need to do the sides or anything, just the tops. And you can see I'm using multiple colors here with dark, pecan, and also gunstock. The first one I'm going to put down, I'm going to use some wood glue, start at the corner on one end, and I'm going to put this piece down that has a walnut stain on it. Once I got it down, I'm going to use my brad nailer to hold it in place with a few of the brads. I'm going to put some glue down, and this one is an unstained piece because it actually has its own color. I'm going to brad nail this down, 2 brads on each side, and then I'm going to start working my way down. All of these boards are the same width, but different lengths. So every time I put a board down, I'm going to use some wood glue and the brad nails to hold it in place. Once I do get to the end though, they are going to stick over. But that is not a problem because I'm going to put a guide on the edge and I'm going to use my skill saw to then cut all the pieces that hang over. This is going to give it a nice, smooth, right angle edge. Then I'm going to take my miter saw and I'm going to cut some scrap boards, and these are going to be that go around the edges. It's going to give it a nice trim look. Last but not least, it's time to put on some polyurethane. It goes on a little bit milky, but that's okay. Once it dries, it's going to be clear and it's going to give it a great finish. Now, once I get it all on there, it's time to bring it inside and take a look at this. I love how this storage cube turned out. It's got a nice top and it looks really good decorated. That way, it's got more of a tabletop to it, more surface area to hold more items. I love it, and I hope it inspired you to go ahead and think outside the box.
DIY projects can be so time consuming. We spend hours making our home look beautiful, but what about us?
And taking care of yourself should be a top priority. So that's why I've been using the FAQ 202 by Ferrero.
This ultra lightweight, wireless LED face mask is made with FlexiFit silicone, so it molds perfectly to any face shape, giving you even light coverage and maximized results. With 8 different wavelengths, including near infrared or NIR, this mask works deep in the skin to tackle signs of aging and other skin concerns. It boosts skin's natural healing process, reduces fine lines and wrinkles, evens out skin tone and fades sunspots, minimizes pores, and reduces redness.
I've become a big fan of this product, as my skin has already become smoother, softer, and brighter just by using this at home.
The quick refresh and oil bouncing treatments have been my current go-tos. Because the mask has no cords or plugs, you can wear it anywhere while doing anything, from relaxing to DIYing to cooking dinner. The FAQ 202 is rarely discounted, but with code HOMETALK30, you'll get 30% off everything, even items already on sale. So click the link in the description box to grab yours and start glowing. Thanks to Ferrero for partnering with us on this video. Now, back to the DIYs.
First, I assembled my storage cube unit. I purchased this particular storage cube because it uses multiple pieces to make it super sturdy. Next, I set it on its side and measured the length and width of it. Then I took a trip to Home Depot. I purchased some wood and they cut it to size for me for free. Back at home, I sanded it, stained it, and let it dry. After it was dry, I sealed it with a polyacrylic. While my wood was drying, I grabbed some lockable swivel caster wheels. Make sure you purchase the appropriate amount of wheels that will hold the amount of weight you will be putting on it. Also add more wheels to distribute weight. I added 6 wheels total. I laid out the wheels, marked them, pre-drilled, and screwed in the screws. I wanted to avoid wood splitting, so I used a screwdriver instead of my drill to screw in the screws. After the wheels were attached, I flipped over the cube. Next, after the wood was dry, I applied wood glue and attached my wood to the top. After the glue was dry, I also reinforced the top by pre-drilling and adding wood screws to the 4 corners. This bench is so customizable and perfect for any style and so many uses. Need extra seating? Add some pillows. Switch out the pillows and storage cubes to change up the style. Need more cold weather gear storage? Put it in your entryway or mudroom. Need a place to store blankets? Put it at the end of your bed or in your living room. Have pet toys and supplies lying around? Store them here after playtime. You can stain the wood all sorts of colors to match your style, add foam and fabric, and have an upholstered bench, or you can add a different base other than the wheels. The possibilities are endless. I hope this inspires you to make your own easy storage bench. See you in my next video.
Grab a 3-cube storage organizer from Walmart and start to assemble it based on the instructions. Cut some upholstery foam, then start to closely staple some fabric layered with batting to the top side of the organizer. Cut any excess material, then staple the material to the sides of the organizer. Add the upholstery foam and fit the material over the foam. Make sure to tuck, wrap, and staple the material around the foam on the other side of the organizer. Tightly staple all of the corners and the sides, and lastly staple the bottom of the sides.
Grab some collapsible storage cubes from Walmart and some paint stir sticks from the hardware store. You will need about 9 to 10 paint sticks for each storage cube. Measure the width of your storage cube and then measure that same distance on a stir stick. Using a utility knife, score the measurement line. I was able to snap the end off many of my paint sticks, but did use a hand saw for some of the stubborn sticks. Make these cuts on all of your paint sticks. Once cut, sand the cut ends of the sticks so there are no rough edges. Using a clean cloth, wipe some wood stain on the top and sides of each paint stick in the stain color of your choice. Depending on how deep you want the stain color, give each paint stick 1 to 3 coats of stain. Let them dry completely. Once dry, lay the paint sticks once again on the side of an open storage cube. Don't lay them on the side with the grommet handles. Those grommets will be on the sides of your finished cube. When you have your layout, start to glue each stir stick to the storage cube panel with a hot glue gun. Your new elevated storage cube will be fantastic storage with its beautiful wood panel front. Take a fabric placemat, mine was a random placemat that I found at a thrift store, and flip it over. Using the storage cube insert, trace around the insert on the placemat with a pencil or marker. Once traced, cut the fabric square from the placemat with some sharp scissors. With a hot glue gun, glue the placemat square to the side of the open storage cube. Take some favorite yarn and make a pom-pom with a pom-pom maker. The instructions come with the pom-pom maker kit and are very easy to follow. Make sure to leave the pom-pom tails, there are 2 of them, long and intact when you make the pom-pom. Using a large needle or upholstery needle, thread one tail of the pom-pom and insert it through the upper center of the glued placemat through the storage cube. Remove the needle so the first tail is on the inside of the cube. Then thread the second pom-pom tail with the same needle and insert it near where you pushed the first tail through, and knot the two tails together on the inside of the storage cube. You now have a pom-pom knob for the storage cube. You can store anything you like in this whimsical but practical updated storage cube.